Hey everybody, here for Stevie J and Joseline Go Hollywood, season 1, episode 5. Come and say hi, little girl. That's all you do. You just hop in the camera, you just make a noise, right? So it started off, we'll continue with the Puerto Rican festival. Girl, see, I hate that you can climb up here. Stop. So it started with the Puerto Rican festival and with Joseline's mic malfunctioning, and she's like, I don't know what the hell's going on with my mic, but we gonna get it together. Okay, all right, go play. So, interestingly enough, because we all know how Joseline is, she used to be a stripper and she like doing all that freaky stuff on stage. Her show was actually good. It was very friendly, nothing inappropriate. So, I was proud of her. I'm like, okay. She performed La Negra and she performed some other song. Sit down, girl. She performed some other song. I forgot what it was. So, afterwards, Stevie is sitting there, he's watching or whatever, and him and Lorianne are like cracking jokes about it. Not necessarily Lorianne, but Lorianne is basically laughing at the stuff that Stevie, sit down, laughing at the stuff that Stevie is saying. So, Stevie admits that he thought that the show was amateur, like he felt like it was a talent show more than it was like a festival or something major. And Joseline consistent. She was like, well, I don't believe you. Your energy is fake. You're telling me one thing, but your energy is telling me something, totally different. So, it goes to Stevie and he's at home with his kids and, they're just cracking jokes or whatever, calling each other ugly. And, Stevie was like, oh, ugly one and ugly two. And Savannah? Savannah was like, and we get it from you. I'm like, they are funny. But it's really, like, refreshing and good to see Stevie and his interaction with his kids. Like, it's hilarious. So, the girls are playing basketball. And, I think Sade was saying that, was it Savannah or Sade? I can't remember which one. But they were saying how they're like, I think their defense was off or something, like they needed help, shooting hoops or whatever. So Stevie brought in a WNBA player named Tamara Young to, just teach them some basic skills in basketball and whatnot. So I thought that was cool. So Joseline and Stevie meet up finally, and Joseline's walking her dog and they're discussing the whole festival and whatnot. And Joseline just feels offended because Stevie just discredits her work and makes her feel like, she doesn't work hard. Like he afforded her all of these opportunities and now she wants to turn her back on him. And I don't feel like it's that way at all, but I do feel like Joseline feels like Stevie is unappreciative of her, which is true in some cases. So Stevie is just like, I just want to put you at the best. And Joseline is like, well, I think it'll be best if I just manage my own career because you doing it and us doing it together, it's not working out. Like, whew. I'm sorry. Like, it's not working out. I just feel like you don't respect me as an artist. You don't respect me as a person. You don't respect me as your wife. And I'm through. So, again, he discredits her. And they leave it on those terms. So stop it. So Stevie and the kids go and do an interview with Big Boy on his radio show. And they're just discussing life or whatever and talking about happier times. And Stevie's just saying how he enjoys being around his kids and spending time with them. So I thought that was cool. So Joseline meets up with Ricardo, who's like a potential manager. And, he's basically asking her, do you have any management at the moment? Is anybody managing you? Is anybody, in charge of your career? And she's like, at the moment, I don't. So he's like, well, this is a management company. If we were to manage you, we just wouldn't want it to be, we wouldn't want it to be a problem, whatever. And, Joseline is like, I'm an artist. I love what I do. And I have bigger fishes to fry, something like that. And I'm like, she does know fish is plural, right? But then again, this is Joseline. It's the same person who needed subtitles in season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And she working on her speech, so I'll allow that. I'll just let that go. So, Stevie and Dorian are walking, they're walking and talking, having like dad, like, father son talk. And they're just basically talking about Dorian and his love life. And, Stevie is like, you've been wrapping it up, right? No more babies, right? He's like, I stay strapped up. He's like, yeah, you have to. You got to be careful out here, whatever. So, I mean, they were having father son talk, It was cute, but it was kind of disturbing. So, Joseline and David. Oh, I mixed it up. Okay, in this conversation, Joseline and I think Ricardo was her dancer or her somebody. I'm sorry, this episode was so long ago. I'm just trying to catch up on it. So Joseline and David meet up, and he's like a potential manager who worked with Mob Wives and Ray J and whatnot. So he's looking to maybe manage her and add him as another artist on his roster. So Joseline is like thinking about it, just pondering and whatnot. So then we get to Stevie and Joseline again. They're out to dinner, and Stevie's trying to make nice gestures and speaking to Joseline about them working as a couple, and Joseline is like, I just don't want anything to do with you. I feel like you just always discredit what I do, like I don't do anything or whatever. So they started going back and forth about a contract, and then Joseline got up and left. Stevie bought her flowers, but he turned around and gave the girls behind him the flowers he gave Joseline. And it ended on that note, and I'm like, these two are a hot mess. But in the next episode, it looks like he's trying to get all of them together to bond in church, and Joseline just, straight up left him hanging. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. But that was the episode. Really not much to talk about, but so let me just do it and knock it out. But that was episode 5. Let me know how y'all felt. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.